808, 808.
Why does it sound like there's an earthquake going on out there? Oh, God.
The word was John. So whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my king. He's my guide throughout this creation. So who will I be afraid? In my resting and my rising,
Yes. We stop our stress. As we say every morning, John, the first breath that we take each day, and I'm grateful for him for allowing me to have him in the morning. I am also grateful for the talent and courage he instills in blessings when I rest at night. Oh, yes, with the crooked lip here on you. Yes. That's right, you got your host in the most, all the way from the left. Very opinionated, he does what he does for fun. Anyway, that's the end of happening. Okay? So, in the interview chamber of commerce Compton, as we are sponsored by, there seems to be an aloof pattern of misconception, redirection, and aversion.
Oh snap!
Okay, that's sort of show people. Yes, this is we got a job somewhere saying, you know, forget this. Anyway, anyway, around the block, some weird stuff. City attorney own both ends. So shout out to boys who's got this sitting on both sides to work. Straight up, they gonna put your ass back to work. So if you are fake crazy, yeah, you know, you gonna basically have like, you know, as far as like, you know, finding a job. Oh, but hey, the minimum wage is there, $15 an hour at McDonald's, but they don't take people over 50. That's sort of. They don't ass to the curb. And so righteously so, boy Cheeseburger's about ready to like straight screw this whole thing up. So once he's doing that, okay. Yes, Democrat what has been pushed? Numerous reports have emerged linking members of Cheeseburger's inner circle directly to Kremlin officials. The White House has fervently maintained that those communications were innocuous and no evidence has surfaced of collusion. Cheeseburger campaign and Russia. Okay, know that, yes, the tail of the tape, alright? Let's go over the tail of the tape. Let's see if we can drill, alright? They're billionaires, they run everything, they don't think anything. You're talking to Russian immigrants right there in the United States. But, wait, there's more. President, the minute this nutcase becomes your intrepid leader, amazing. That's right, they were not wearing Corsacks at that point. Revelers come to the grass behind a low-slung apartment beneath a colorful explosion of muskets, flags, feathers, and masks. No one reenacted the subsequent battle of 1863 when the French came back. This year, there won't be across the country at Philadelphia's largest Cinco de Mayo celebration. 40 years, people! You let happen last year. Yeah, bad. Used to fill in late April. The question is this: but also the anti-Semitic racist that she is, separate and equal, is still because obviously homeboy sold everybody the cup of Kool-Aid. You know, three things. The legislature, the Congress, the president, the law, the legislature. And then the Trinity of Power rose fake chamber that seems to be existing some 2014 on Halloween. Wow. Okay. Director of the Seattle club, Lilith, ex-star, that is, if that is your established the Point Defiance Elementary Satanic Club with the purpose of quote-unquote character development. You're going to develop evil as a character quality, creative expression according to the Satanic. told Tacoma School District Superintendent Carla, a caring Satanist. That's like what? What's that? What's that? That's like saying that Hitler was like, you know, we could have made Hitler to the Pope. I mean, good grief. In one email exchange in February 2017, Tacoma Schools official Andrea O'Reilly Henley sends colleague Paul Koch to school districts with Christian Good News clubs. So it means that 2 weeks after the Satan Club launched, no one has signed up for it. So the anti-guerrilla machine. Anti-guerrilla machine. Bam! How about that one? Okay. Where am I, babies? 3 minutes still. Okay, so let's go back in here. Momentary moment of silence. Moment. Okay, there you go. Put me in this stupid bag. I am certainly having a day. I'm having a moment. Speaking of moments, I'm not sure if anybody's heard of this, but can you thin meatloaf with oatmeal? I don't know, man. That doesn't sound right. It sounds like something was bad in, like, you know, school lunch or something like that. But, you know, got engaged with some, I don't know, some other schizophrenic lunatic running around in our building. She was like, you know, I guess this is like that. She was out on the beach and everything, and she told me a bit of her, like, really in her life to, as they say, choices at all. However, didn't last long. Her parents found out. And that's how then you're going to get it. You know, as a kid back then, in 2010, that is a lot of kids. Okay, I know that in certain states that, you know, the legal age of consent is 16. Okay, so Reese and others walked states.
Police and municipal police.
Which Reese says isn't enough. 7 laws need to tackle all types of. Even at 19, I didn't have the ability to say no. If not being allowed to drive, have money, have contact with the outside world, outside of her community. She was a virtual child. Mashabine, meanwhile, was able to resist in which a girl had been married without her consent. Big brother family, huh? Names were less known. Head and the person across from you in your bed, the Supreme. That, says Elizabeth Rydred, president of the Constitutional Accountability Center. A walk through daily life on the lookout for Supreme Court. Okay. Time and in between. Back off. Translates into, and those lines, you being in. One, they've never walked. Presidential election of your intrepid leader has drawn people together. Jews have donated to repair mosques that were defaced or burned. Muslims raised money to repair vandalized Jewish cemeteries. Rabbis and imams marched together against. I never thought you could see some people or anywhere near an Islamic prayer at the 2000 Republican National Convention. We are hopeful. Jews and Muslims comprise the 2 largest non-Christian faith groups in the United States and have a long history of trying to flagship institution of conservative parties. Demand better directives from your school boards that educate children, all children. That's what. You know, work together to put artistic sense and understanding, and you have. So they walked away from the table. Then came September 11 and the terrorist attacks, prompting a backlash at Ktng ciphers. A servant at a soup kitchen. Collard greens. Still deep divide over Israel and the Palestinians. Then why be in dialogue, Kirsten says. First of all, let's get something straight here. Let's get something straight, all right? Palestinians were on their land minding their own business. The Israel had no need for the land because they were being chased out of Germany by Hitler. Oh crap. Okay. What's strange here on this is that you have, like, you know, progress happening, but then you have all people around it who are saying that's bad, it's bad, it's violation, it's violation. Well, the core piece of chance. I mean, John Lennon even said, imagine world peace. Imagine all the peace. I never heard from again. Yep. You're going to take $900 million from the general public that supports the government and give it all, if not half, to the Pentagon and the military. And then you ask yourself, why? Because you asked for it. There was no Eve none of the above or Eve these nuts on the damn voting cards or anything like that. No. We have this jackass in the country, running the country. Maxine Waters, she wants to she's calling impeachment right off the bat. Okay? And the best we can do, the best we can absolutely do at this particular point is sit up and say, oh, well, hey, that's what we get. No! Refuse. Resist. Okay? Refuse and resist. Demand change. If the leaders are basically causing disruption of the people's activities in this country, by all means, get rid of the leaders. I'd shoot Cheeseburger right just as plain as day if I could just have him get my hands around his throat. Then again, I might just slide off because he's got so much grease on around his neck. Unfortunately, we found that we can't make threats against the, intrepid leader. The guy who runs Room 101. Obama had my tower monitored. You now have your intrepid leader lying quicker than Nixon did. At least Nixon had some class about him, and he hid the fact until he decided to say, okay, I'm resigning as president when they caught up to him. This jackass right here, this Nixonite wannabe, okay, hasn't done much but flapped his gums and kept good on his promises. And every time one comes back, he sends it like revising until he gets tired of revising and says, no, this is going to go through regardless. That sort of thing. But then too, you have to feel sorry for, the greasy haired, whatever the heck it is, cheeseburger. That he's also being manipulated by his own power structure. Right? He is. Think about it. He doesn't make money. He doesn't sit up and read all that stuff. He has people reading it for him and giving him the nutshell versions. All right? Is there any specific points I should know about this? Here's your writer notes. Okay? You out to see how many people we got sitting up here this morning. Got to give a shout out to England. All right. Walt. All right, Sir Walt, Man Who Remembers Show, good morning. Rico Hudson, good morning. Mark Ruff, all the way out in Charlottesville, good morning. Pretty much it, people. Yeah, Montel, all right.